please make sure you write something down, because what I'm going to teach you guys are practical stuffs that I've I've done, okay? I've done and it worked for me. And also I've learned some certain things from people who have gone ahead of me, and that will also be of help to you. Okay, so let's get started. So what is goal setting? Simple. Goal setting simply means you writing down all the things you plan to achieve over a period of time, right? So you don't necessarily have to set a goal for the whole year, right? No, that's the number one thing I want you to know. You don't necessarily have to set a goal for the whole year. You can just break it down. Okay, let me set the goal for the month. We entered the new year recently. Let me set the goal for the month. Okay, let me set the goal for 3 months. Let me set the goal for the first 6 months. It doesn't always have to be the whole year, because in some cases you don't even know what you'll be doing by then. So if you set a goal now, what you're going to be doing in December, how about what you can do within now and next week and the whole month, and then the second month, before we start saying let's plan. You can set a long-term goal, like, okay, I'm going to be getting married by December. You can set that. All right, that one is something you can prepare towards, right? But there are some major pressing goals that you need to set now. Okay, so when it comes to goals, the first disclaimer is that you do not have to set the goal for the whole year. However, you could still set the goal for the whole year if you have gotten everything figured out. But the thing you're just going to do is that you're now going to break it down into smaller bits. We are going to get there. So I've successfully defined what goal setting means. Okay, a set of things you plan to achieve over a period of time, right? That is goal setting. So let me proceed. Why do you set a goal? The reason why you need to set a goal is so that you can know where you are going to, right? The reason why you go to school is so that you can graduate and get a certificate. Why do you need the certificate? To get a job, right? If you apply for a job, they will ask you what are your qualifications. I have a certificate, MA, MB, MA, whatever, PhD in this, that. So the end goal of you going to school, according to the African standard now, is to get a job so that you can make money, right? If government is paying everybody 5 million naira every week, a lot of people will not bother going to school, because according to the African man, the reason why they want to get education is so that they can get employed and so that they can make money or meet ends meet, or yeah, you know what I mean. So that is one goal, right? But on some other levels, the reason why you set a goal is so that you can know why you are doing something. So if I want to make money, why do I want to make money? So that I can do certain things. That is a goal, right? So a goal is what keeps you going even when you are tired. A goal is a reason. You are giving yourself a reason why you should do something. Simple. Why should you set a goal? So that you can have a reason to do it. Okay, if you want to stay healthy, they say exercise. So the goal is to stay healthy, but the process is to what? Exercise. Why are you exercising? So that you can you can stay healthy. That is the end goal. So that you don't want to suffer certain diseases, certain conditions. You don't want to be carried when you are 70. You don't want to be bedridden when you are old. That is why you are living a good diet life and exercising and all that, right? So if you now tend to stop doing what you feel tired, I don't want to go to the gym today, I don't want to exercise today, you have a reason. Whenever you remember the reason, which is the goal, you are kind of triggered, and then you go ahead and you do it. Okay, so let's move on. Why set a goal? Cleared. Now, now we are entering into it now. So some of you in the beginning, I asked you guys, have you set your goals? Some of you said yes. And then some of you said you haven't. Okay. Do you know that the reason why some of you who said you haven't set your goal yet, the reason why you may not bother, maybe 6 out of 10 of you, the reason why you may not bother setting your goal for the year is because the one you said last year you didn't achieve it. The one you said 2 years ago you didn't achieve it. So why bother setting another goal this year? But if we keep things like that, you will still not achieve anything if you don't set a goal, right? You will still not achieve anything. So the question should not be why should I set a goal? The question should be why have I not been achieving the goals I've been setting in the past? And that leads me to the next subtopic, why people fail to achieve their goals. In January, lots of resolution. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start. Everybody's pumped now. We want to start doing this. There's a lot. In fact, in December, there's a lot of memes and videos, funny videos of how people are going to, troop into gyms in January, and everybody's like, the goal is I want to become fit. I want to do this for this year. I want to do that. Some will even buy new courses. I want to take courses and all that. Some of you have like 10 courses right now in your Udemy account or Coursera or Seller that you've bought and you've not even gone through it. I even bought one course last year. I think November. Is it November? Last year, November. I got the course for 100K. Guess what? I've not I've not checked one video. The only thing I saw was the video I got before I got the course, the marketing video I got. That was the only thing I watched. I watched the video was about 40 minutes long. So just to get convinced to buy the course. So I took my time. But I had a reason for buying the course. Okay. But then after buying, even though I paid, hugely for it, I still didn't go through it. Now, the question now is why do people fail to achieve their goals? I'm going to start like this. Number one, you don't have structure to your goals. That is why you fail to achieve them. What do I mean by structure? Um, what many people's goals look like is more like this year I'm going to get a car. I'm going to influence 1,000 youths. I think I was asking someone too, like recently, what are your goals for the year? So some people will say this year I'm going to create a course, I'm going to create an ebook, I'm going to write a book this year, I'm going to I'm going to make my first million this year. A lot of people say that. I'm going to make my first million this year. I'm going to what else? People they can even go an extra mile writing it down. Okay, these are the things I want to achieve for this year. And guess what? That is where it ends. The next time they are going to go through that is probably the following year when they are trying to write another goal. That is why you don't achieve your goals because you don't have structure to it. So, what is structure? You need to state it out in clear terms how you intend to achieve that goal. So let me pick one. This year, I want to make my first million. Let's say that is your goal for the year, or that is one of your goals for the year. I want to make my first million this year. So then you are now going to write it out. Make my first million this year. Then how are you going to make your first million this year? So you start calculating. Okay, so if I want to make my first million this year, that means I need to sell 1,000 naira products to 1,000 people. 1,000 naira products to 1,000 people. You've made 1 million naira. Okay. Now, so you're going to now analyze do I have a 1,000 naira product? Yes or no? If you don't, then you have to create a 1,000 naira product, either a service or a product that is 1,000 naira, right? And then, so how do I reach 1,000 people? Don't let's go as far as that. Start from 10. How do I reach 10 people? How do I sell this 1,000 naira products to 10 people? If you're able to sell it to 10 people, then you can sell it to 100 people. If you're able to sell it to 100 people, you've made how much already? You've made 100, 1,000. You've made 100,000 like that. So if you're able to sell it to 1,000 people, you've made 1 millionaire. Or you can reverse it. 10,000 naira product to 100 people. You will still make your 1 million naira. You are now going to strategize. How do I get these 1,000 people? Okay, do I have the reach? My contact, my WhatsApp contact, or whatever, can it, successfully? Okay, I really don't know how to sell to people. I don't know how to convince people. So what next do I need to do? Get a course that teaches you how to sell, copywriting course or any course like that that can teach you how to sell, so that you know the sweet words, the sweet mouth, how to package your stuff well. You're going to learn all of those things. In copywriting, there's something called creating a package. You're going to learn how to create a package in a way that you can sell it for for as many people as possible that are willing to buy, as far as it is cheap. Do you get? So you're going to go through. So okay, how long is it going to take me to master a copywriting course? It's going to take me 1 month. Okay, so from today to so date, or for the whole of January, I'm going to get the course. After getting the course, what do you need to do next? You need to build a community, or you need to go and learn how to run ads. Okay, running ad is the fastest way to reach a lot of people. When you learn, okay, the whole of February, I'm going to learn how to run ads. And while I'm learning how to run ads, I'm going to be building my portfolio, like a community of people. How do you build a community of people? Offer free classes. People will begin to know you, begin to trust you, they begin to follow your status, they begin to, just learn from you bit by bit here and there. So you are building your influence, you are building your community, you are building your knowledge base on running ads. And by the time you start doing that for like 3 months, before you know it, you've made more than 1 million naira. That is how to set a goal and achieve it. A goal has a process. You can't just say, I want to make my first 1 million naira this year, and you're still doing, you are still doing the same thing you've been doing before. You will never make your 1 million naira. You won't. Even if somebody gives you 1 million as a gift, that is the end. You won't even know how to build it from your, because if you know how to make 1 million naira by yourself, you can do it over and over and over again, because it is a process you built up to that point. Do you get? So that is a typical example of what I'm telling you, why people don't achieve their goals. Now let me um give you another reason. That's reason number one. Let me give you another reason. Another reason is, people, like I've mentioned it, but I'll still mention it again. People fail to break down their goals into smaller bits. So if you don't break it down into smaller bits, it will become overwhelming. It will be too big for you to achieve. You just feel, well, maybe this is not for me. For example, as a filmmaker, maybe your goal for the year is you want to make your first feature film, your first major blockbuster movie. You want to make it, right? And then it doesn't end there. You can't say, because by the time you start researching into it, how much the budget costs to make a very good movie, you'll be hearing 150 million, 200 million, 100 million. So, but you've not even touched 5 million naira before. How are you going to raise 100 million naira to do a blockbuster movie? Right? So you don't leave it as ambiguous as that. Break it down. So where do I start from? Start from making short movies with your phone. It's as simple as that. Oh, I don't have actors and actresses that we can shoot together. Start with you. Oh, I don't know how to act. You have a friend. Start with them. Oh, they don't know how to act. You shall have a human being around you. Start with that person. Oh, the human being is too busy, goes to work. Start with, just put your camera down. Go on YouTube, go and search how to film myself. you will see a lot of tips. At least you can't shall tell yourself that you are not interested in doing something for yourself. So start with yourself. There are so many solo movies. In fact, my first two short movies that they were solo with one person. It involves just one person. In fact, the second one, the person didn't even say anything throughout. But you will still understand. The person didn't say anything. There was no dialogue. It was just one person doing his thing. But at the end of the short movie, it was about 5 minutes long. You will understand what happened. The story, you will still get it. Do you get? So there's no excuse. There is no excuse. So your big goal, break it down into bits so that you can take it one after the other. Okay, from short movie, I move into doing some good short movies. From phone, I move into camera, and then from there, I just try to do a short movie that I can premiere with a group of people or in my church or in a gathering or whatever. I can premiere even on YouTube. You can do that on YouTube, share with friends, everybody watch and they enjoy, they are blessed. And then gradually you're like, okay, I think I'm making progress. You've done like 5 short movies in the course of the year. Yeah, you're making progress. Now it's time to collaborate. Collaborate with people who have more stuffs, more gadgets, more knowledge than you. Collaborate with them. Do short movie again. And then before you know it, you're already climbing up the ladder. And then you get to a point whereby you would have done so many movies, you have the experience, you have the collaboration, you have the resources, and then you have the sponsors. That is how you get to do your first feature film. Do you see? Break down your goals into bits, break it down, and then start taking it one after the other. If you decide to jump into it like that, it will be like a primary school student trying to, you know, do university work, except the primary school student is a genius. He can't do it. All right. So, and geniuses, it is well. So please don't try to form genius. Just be yourself and build gradually from where you are and build upward. All right. So that is number two. Number three, lack of accountability structure. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have accountability structure. So if they have goals, there's nobody you've shared it with that's going to, keep tabs on you. That's going to tell you, okay, you said you were going to achieve this. So how far have you gone? Have you done this? Have you done that? Nobody is holding you accountable to your goals. You're not going to achieve it. I remember one time, I think 2 years ago. So there was a course. I got a course, a very bulky course like that, and it was very expensive. In fact, I came together with about two or three other people to buy the course. We contributed the money and we got the course. The course is in filmmaking, right? Different aspects of filmmaking. So when I got the course, I saw that I was becoming lazy. I didn't want to go through the course because at some point it could be so tedious, it could be boring and all that. I just wanted to be shooting and editing and making money. I didn't want to learn more. So I knew there was going to be a trouble here. So I'm like, okay, so what do I do? I reached out. Okay, I I I had a mentor. One of my mentors then, I reached out to him and I told him that, sir, I'm having a problem. Um I want to do this, but I'm finding it difficult to commit myself to it. Can you hold me accountable? Then I said something and it worked. So I told him that, sir, if I fail to give you a report every day about this course, because I'm going to go through the course and I'm going to give you a document format report. I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp. A document format report about the time I started watching the videos, what I learned from the videos, and the time I stopped watching the video. Details. I'm going to send it to your DM every day. If I should fail to send it on a certain day, I'm going to give you 2K. I think 2K or 5K then. I can't really remember, but I knew it was money that if I give it out as at that point in my life, it is going to affect me really. It was going to really affect me. So because of the fear of sending him that money, I always stay committed to taking the course, no matter how busy I was. Even when it's like 11 in the night, I was feeling tired and sleepy, I will still take the course just so that I don't get to send him money as a failure to take the course. Immediately I told him, he said, the day you fail to if you fail to send me your report and you don't send the money, I will opt out of this thing. I said, yes, correct. This is what I want. I said it to my in my mind that, oh, well, this is what I want. So I said, no problems. I agreed. So we started. He took it serious, and I was very happy that I did, because I knew if I should fail to take this course today, it's going to cost me 5K. I'm going to pay him. So the day I was so busy, I think I went for a shoot and all that, it was just crazy that day. I was so busy that I got home, I just slept off. And the next day, as I woke up, I saw in my DM that my money, send me my money now with his account number. I'm like, God, what's this? So I had to send him the money because I already signed the deal. Okay, because of that pain of sending the money, I made sure I did. Although there was still another day I missed again anyway, but then it reduced my failure rate drastically, because I was I was very conscious that if I fail to take this course today, it's going to cost me something. And then I stuck to it, and it really helped me. Yeah, I was able to, it's not an easy thing to take a course and then write a report, because one of the things I hate doing most is documents and all those things, but you have to write it. In fact, I was adding pictures, like pictures of what you've learned. Now you just have to go online and download something, add it like a very neat designed document, just to keep myself on the edge. Right, so that is what accountability structure will do to you. So he knows that if I fail to send my report, he's going to cash out. So it's a win-win for him. And any day I fail, any day I send my report to him, he will go through it and say, okay, that's good. Okay, I like this, and probably say one or two things to just buttress what I've said, or to add to my knowledge and all that. So accountability structure is a very, very powerful tool. Don't joke with it. So if you don't have people in your field that are ahead of you that can serve as accountability, people that you respect to, not people that you can disobey anyhow. No, people that you respect, that if they say something it stands, then let them be accountable to you. Have a structure. Just know, I knew that would work for me. That's why I set that with him, right? Something else may work for you. Okay, maybe in your own case now, if I fail to do this, I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to buy you data, or I'm going to just let it be something that costs you, not something that you can easily do. Like I said, as at then, it's a few years ago, as at then, 5K was a big deal to me. At least 5K could feed me then for like 3 days or so. So it was a big deal. So me sending it to him, can be painful. But then I had to do it because I had already signed that with him. All right. So that is it. Accountability structure is very, very important. And another thing is, anytime you achieve your set goal, reward yourself. Have a reward system. Okay, you can reward yourself in any way. Buy yourself some good, give yourself some good treats. They ask you what is going on. Today your birthday? No, today is a day of celebration. I just achieved one of my goals and I'm celebrating. Take yourself out, have fun. Eat what you love to eat. do what you love to do. Just enjoy yourself for that day to celebrate a milestone that you've achieved, so that you can now proceed to the next one. Okay, we are good here, let's move on to the next. Another thing that worked or that works is announce your goals. Not all of it though, not all of it. There are some goals that you shouldn't announce, but there are some goals that you should announce. Yeah, there are some goals that you should announce. There was a time, I don't know, most of my stuffs is usually circulating around courses. There was a time I said I wanted to learn something, and I posted on my status that, hi guys, I want to learn something in the next 30 days. I'm going to do a challenge in the next 30 days, and I'm going to be giving you guys feedback every day. And any day I fail to any day I fail to give you feedback, hold me responsible for it. All right. So I did that. I started. I was just, that thing was terrible. Don't That thing was terrible. The reason why is, I know the whole world is watching. Not like the whole world, my contacts, everybody, they are watching, they are waiting for me every night to give them updates. So those kind of things will just keep you going. So there are some goals that you should announce just to put yourself out there for accountability sake. Yeah, you should. For example, if you say that what example can I cite now? Okay, for example, you say on the 5th of February, I'm going to drop my first short movie. But you've not even shorted, you've not even written the script yet. If you announce that, you even make a flyer to that effect, you know that if heaven and earth will fall, you must catch up with that date. And there's nothing like we are postponing this. No. That means you've implicated yourself. So the only thing that can save you from this thing, from that can save you from shame and mess or anything, is to achieve, to deliver as you have said. Recently, anytime I'm having a conversation with a prospect, a client, or someone that wants to, you know, give me a job or a contract or something, I always talk in the results. I don't say, I don't say, I'm going to do a very nice job for you. You're going to love it. I'm going to do a very good video for you. In fact, the video quality top notch. I don't say that. All right. What I'm going to say is, okay, I put myself in the person's shoe. Why is the person coming to me? The person wants to make a video to achieve a certain goal, right? Maybe to make sales for their business, or they just want the video to convert now into money. That's why they are willing to invest certain amounts. So when they come to me and they say they want to make a video, I always tell them, okay, let me understand what your video is like, what you want. Okay, this is what I have in mind. I'm going to do it for you in this certain way so that it can convert. And at the end of the day, this video is going to make you at least this certain amount of money, or it's going to go as far as, it's going to be so relatable that it is going to go as far as, so I give them figures, I give them tangible figures that they can relate with, so that at the end of the day we will both know that this video has failed or this video has succeeded. If you come as a person that wants to give results, or you come as a person that gives results, no matter how much you call, people will tend to trust you and give you the money because they know that they will get the results as you have promised. Especially if you've done it in the past for others and it worked, you'll be confident enough to tell them that this is what I'm planning to give you and this is what is going to yield, compared to you just glorifying your work. Okay, this is the work, is good, is nice, is going to clean picture. No, clean picture no help anybody. That clean picture must go far. It must achieve the aim for which it is made. That is when it is viable. That is when it is valid. So Announce your goals. By the time you announce it, not all of it, please, not all of your goals. There are some goals that you shouldn't announce. Just work on it, low key, and succeed. But there are some general stuffs like that that if you see that I'm most likely not going to achieve this goal, announce it. When announce it now. There are different levels of announcing. You can tell it within your friends, a group of friends. This is what I want to achieve this year. I want to get a car. They will be expecting that you will get it. So you too, you don't want to fall their hand or your own hand. You are definitely going to put in the work to ensure that you achieve that. All right. So um now make it realistic and simple. Don't set ambiguous goals. Don't say this year I'm going to be the richest man in my town or in Nigeria or in the world. It's not possible. Even if you do money ritual, you will still not be the richest man in Nigeria. It's not possible. It's not possible. It takes years to build those kind of things. It takes years. It takes a lot of hard work. You can't become an overnight success like that. So set realistic goals, goals that you know is within your means that you can achieve. Okay, simple goals that when you start achieving simpler goals, you'll be able to set bigger goals, because when you start achieving this one from experience, you'll be able to set more higher goals, and then you keep achieving them. All right. So another thing is change your routine. If you want to make your first million this year, you will definitely change your routine to make it. Like I cite an example for you guys. You have to take courses, you have to build community, you have to organize week. Like that means you can't be spending 6 hours on social media anymore. You can't be sleeping 10 hours every day anymore. You can't do like others that are not planning to make a million and above in that same year. You can't be like them. Your routine has to change. If you gist with them for 3 hours every day, you can't gist like that again. There's a lot of things you need to do. You have courses you need to cover. You can't waste your hours in the day like they do, because they don't have the same goal as you do. They have their own goals, you have your own goals. Your own goals has requirements that needs to be met on daily basis. So you cannot continue your same routine of spending hours on social media, watching TV for hours, sleeping for so many hours, sleeping during the day, and all those things. You can't do all those things again if you have set some certain goals. Because if you want to set a goal, there's a process to achieving it. And that process will require that you switch your routine to something that supports the goal for it to be achieved. So these are the reasons why people don't achieve their goals. You keep doing the same thing over and over, year in, year out, the same way, and you're expecting different results. It will not work. So if you have set certain goals, you have to have certain routine that supports the goal so that you can achieve the goal. Do we get that? Very, very simple. All right. And yeah, sequel to what I just said, another point says pay the price and bear the bonds. God, you have to pay the price, guys. If you want to do something that nobody has done before, you have to pass through things that nobody has passed through before too. Just know your goals and pursue it. But it will take a lot of things from you. Okay, a lot of things that you do that gives you satisfaction, dopamine. There are lots of things you do that um like watching videos on Instagram these days. I always, I don't know, guys. Anytime I go to Instagram to do something, like I just open the app, maybe I remember something I need to go and do on Instagram, I open the app, the first video that meets me like this will distract me, and then you would have watched like 2 3 videos. You now remember, oh, I wanted to do something, I wanted to search for someone, and then you click on that search icon, and then it brings suggestion of some other videos. You know how videos used to play, like in those small small boxes, you see some, what's this one, let me check, and then you click on it, you watch that one, scroll again, watch another one. Before you know it, you remember, oh, you quickly go out of Instagram. Once you go out of Instagram, you remember why you entered Instagram in the first place. Then you go back inside, and then you try to do it. Oh God, it's just so distracting. So some of you, your goals may require that you go and freeze the app. Some of you, your goals may require that you have a certain time of the day, that from this time to this time, no more Instagram for me today. Or um I will only use Instagram from this time to this time. Just set some very, very hard structures. All these things may not be palatable, but the result, if you do that for some months, the result you are going to get is going to be second to none. In fact, you see that you've gone so far. You started living a disciplined life, right? So to achieve your goals is not easy. That is why a lot of people are not achieving their goals. It is not easy. You have to be determined that I'm going to achieve this goal, and then you are going to achieve it. When you achieve your goals, you've listed your goals. When you've achieved them, strike it out. There's this satisfaction it gives you. I don't know. I usually I do to-do list every day. I write out the things I need to achieve for the day. So once I achieve one, I strike it out. It gives me this level of joy. I'm like, yes, we are getting there. So let's say you listed out 10 things to strike out for the day, and then you struck out three. You are still seeing seven more. You are like gingered, okay, I can do more. Let's say you now struck out about six, it's remaining four. Those four will become insignificant to you. You feel, if I can strike out six, this four is nothing. Let me push and finish it up. And by the time you finish up everything, you're going to feel so good that yes, I've achieved my goal today. Let's do this again tomorrow. So striking out goals, it works. It's a trick. It works. Try it out. Every time you achieve a goal, check it, strike it out, enjoy it, and then move to the next one. And don't celebrate it too much. Like, oh, I've achieved my goal, hey, hey, hey. And then you get carried away. You relax for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, 1 month. Before you know, you've forgotten. So don't over celebrate, but celebrate in moderation and move on. The aim is keep going. So the final thing on my list tonight is start now. The month is gone already. Those of you that said you've written your goals, have you achieved any of them? If yes, congratulations. If no, please start now. There is this illusion that happened to people. Anytime they set their goals, they're like, this is the beginning of the year and there's so much time for me to achieve all these goals. But you don't know what is going to happen the next month. You don't know. You might gain admission. You might get a new job. You might move from your environment. A lot of things can happen that can distract you. There's a trap that is common to everybody. Now, let me show you. Let's say we are setting a goal that we are going to read a book. One book. I'm going to finish this book in January, in February. The best time to start that goal, to start working towards achieving that goal, is today. Don't wait till February 1 before you start. Don't say, of course, the goal is for February 1 now. Why not? Let me just wait till February 1. If you wait till February 1, February 1 will come and you will still not start. You will say, today is February 1 now. Let's just let's enjoy. Let's even celebrate the new month. Let's use today to just celebrate, and then we start tomorrow. And by tomorrow, you will still have an excuse. You will have an excuse till you get to like maybe 15th of February. Then you'll now be like, hey, the month is going. Oh yeah, let me start. You start the first chapter, the second chapter, and then you be like, I've tried now, let me rest more, and then the month is gone. That's what happens to people. They are like, this is January now, the year is still very young. I will start in February. February comes, if you don't distract yourself, something else will distract you. Maybe somebody will just bring one business opportunity, and then you just leave everything you've planned, jump into that one, and before you know it, that's it, you are gone. So last year, towards the end of last year, December, November, December, I made a post. I was saying people who say they want to do something the next year, they've written down their goals, and then they are now waiting for the year to end before they start. They will still not start when the year starts, because a lot of things will still distract them. The same thing that stopped them from starting in November will stop them from starting in January. What I'm saying is, don't leave room for redundancy. Don't leave room for anything, idleness. Once you've written down the goal, the day you wrote down the goal, start working towards achieving the goal. That is the only way to achieve goals, because you don't have time. You don't. There is no time. There will never be time. You will never have time. So start now. And one bonus. When I wrote down my goals for the year, I was having a bit of difficulty, because I had not broken it down into quarters. So when you have a goal for the year, you have a list of goals, break it down into quarters. The first quarter is January to March. These are the things I intend to achieve. Break it down, in details. Break it down. January to March, I intend to achieve these things. Now, January to March, which one am I achieving in January? Which one am I achieving in February? Which one am I achieving in March? Now, pick the one you are achieving in, okay, let's say January is gone, okay? Pick the one you are meant to achieve in February. Which one am I achieving in the first week of February? Which one am I achieving in the second week? Which one am I achieving in the third week? Which one am I achieving in the fourth week? When you pick that one for first week, also break it down. Which one am I achieving today? Which one, what do I need to do to work towards that goal tomorrow, next tomorrow? Till you have day-to-day activities that will accumulate to achieve your weekly goals, that will all accumulate to achieve your monthly goal, that will accumulate to achieve your quarterly goal, you will not achieve your yearly goal. So break it down to that, to the barest. So when you break your goals down from the year level to quarter level to month level to week level to daily level, that automatically means that your routine has changed. It means if you've broken that to daily level, that means you have some set of to-do lists for that day, which you must achieve, because the compound effect of those daily achievements will result in that massive trickle effect. The trickle effect of those daily achievements you have made will compound into achieving the full goal. So any goal you intend to achieve that does not change your routine, your daily routine, is not going to be achievable. All right, so I believe you guys have learned something.